Bam.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go again. No, I'm just playing.
Oh shit. Are you opening?
You are.
Oh, wait, I am.
Yeah, I did the last one. Remember?
No, I did the last opening.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
The lead. Okay, I see what you're doing. Well, welcome to the live. I don't know how much of what kind of open we should do for the live, but welcome to this is like what, our third or fourth live? I feel like we haven't done many, but welcome if you're here to the one person that's watching. Welcome to the people that are gonna watch this later. But yeah, this is our live review of the Come Up Miami season 2 episodes 2 and 3.
Yes.
I wrote down what the names were, but I don't fully remember.
Episode 2 was The Wrong Road.
Okay.
And episode 3 was Shady Shifting.
Yes. Okay. But yeah. So what you wanna?
Let's just jump right out into it. Shout out to everybody that's here in the live. Thank you.
People. Yes. Okay.
But the Come Up Miami season 2.
Let's get right to it. General thoughts. How you feeling about this?
You know what I've been saying for the longest, and I absolutely hate you for this.
What?
Your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts. I've been saying that shit for like 2 weeks.
Your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts. Like,
yes, well, my general thoughts.
Yeah.
I'm liking the season so far. Honestly,
hey, Spencer Whitlow.
Yes. Hello, Spencer.
Whitlow, I'm sorry.
But my only, I guess, complaint is that there hasn't really been enough. We haven't seen a lot of working.
Okay.
No, shout out to Jamal, EP, and we seen like Bella do some stuff, but we really haven't seen the
shout out to Jamal.
Yes. Yes. You know how to
that lives rent free in my head.
Same. It's that damn kick, and then he started running.
It's the part where he was on the ground for me. When he was like squatting.
And no damn, but shout out to Lamont.
Yes.
But I said I feel like there hasn't really been enough work in. I feel like the cast this season doesn't really mesh well. I said that because we've only really had one group outing and there was just chaos. I just feel like some people are on the come up and other people on the cast are just riding coattails.
It's also yes, hey D-La-La, got your drink, got your blunt, yes. Or your cigarette.
The girl, I am D-La-La.
Yes, but yeah, I agree. Like and y'all can let us know how y'all feel in the comments. But I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm being entertained. I do wish there was more work, but I'm entertained by what's going on because I feel like they got like some interesting people this season. You know, I guess they got some people that's willing to act a fool, no shade.
You know,
but
I'm glad that you spoke about. I'm glad that you brought up that point because we're definitely getting to it later. But this cast does have some really interesting like cast member personalities, and I feel like mindsets or energies are just shady shiftings. Energies are just shifting in places where they don't need to be. So
true.
I guess we just jump right on into it. Episode 2, the Come Up, season 2, episode 2, the Wrong Road.
Hold on. Oh yeah, Spencer, we're in the same room.
Yes.
For once, I know it's not. It's no green screen or no in the same room.
Yes. Together again.
Right? Again. We definitely get different vibes when we're in the same room.
True. It always takes me back to when we first started the podcast and when we first started going to status.
Yeah.
Baby.
Crazy.
But so my notes. We were kind of trying to play around with the notes. You know me, I'm kind of not OCD. I just like the scene breakdown. This one is the foolishness. We're not going to talk about the foolishness, but this goddamn fight, this tussle with Tribe and the other.
Was it a tussle?
I want to say it wasn't a brawl.
So you know the fight between Oliver and the play fight between Oliver and
Rico with a K.
Rico with a K. Shout out to Chasing Atlanta. We also reviewed that if you haven't checked that out. But when they was rolling around on that damn dance floor, I feel like it was kind of giving that, but like more fake. I was living for it though because they were both willing to act a fool, but like I was like, clearly this is some shit that y'all just decided to make up.
It was like so petty. And you know what's crazy? It was the extension on the ground for me. It was the cat fight.
That old boy had an extension.
It was a cat fight. And you know that's kind of universal for like a fight had just taken place in the hood, a track being on the ground in just a random spot. But I said the fight was Boy was looking for a moment. He told Bella, like, he was talking about you. If you really feel some type of way, you would have told Bella in a moment. You wouldn't have waited.
Right.
Let us know how y'all feel. Was Boy looking for a moment? Do you think Tribe was kind of doing the most? I kind of feel like Tribe was doing the most, but Boy was looking for a moment.
Tribe was funny as fuck though, because when his ass tried to jump stupid and then fell and twisted his ankle, I was like, see, that's why I gotta plant your feet. You gotta be ready for that shit. Like,
yes, I forgot
twisted
his goddamn ankle, acting like a goddamn fool. But
and then I'm like, not Miles and Miles' friend trying to give sane advice in the middle of she's like, what do you have to gain from this? I'm like, he's not gonna listen to you. Like, even though what you had to say was valid. But yeah, I thought the fight was choreographed. That was Big Curly.
Yes.
Oh, big yes. He's the bigger gentleman with the curly.
Yes. I think his name is Kevin. He wasn't properly introduced on the show.
They should have blurred out his face. Not that there was anything wrong with his face, but it just would have been funny because he was like a random bystander. I feel like he wasn't. You know, like on Bad Girls Club when they would have like get into it with people. Bad Girls Club when they would get into it with like random strangers and they would blur their face out.
Yes. The girl IMD Lala said yes, he was going to get camera time. He was.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. No, KSB. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know how you feel about KSB. I have on my notes. Excuse me. Goddamn chicken. But I have on my notes. I feel like he was kind of doing the most. He's in the confessional with his fucking tongue hanging out his mouth. Kind of salivating at the fight. I was like, sir, you're kind of doing too much right now.
How old is KSB?
That's what I want to know.
Because, you know, I don't never try to put no wisdom on nobody.
Right.
He a little too old to be acting like this.
Yeah, I was going to put that in my notes. But I was like, ooh.
I'm like, sir, have you never seen a fight before? Like, I mean, I get it, they're entertaining.
Yeah.
But like, it's not that serious.
Kind of doing
you from New Orleans. I know you've seen a fight.
Also, like you mentioned earlier, this show has a lot of interesting personalities, but KSB mentioned that Tribe is the rapper that doesn't matter. But this whole episode 2, the whole fight, he did nothing but fucking talk about Young Tribe.
Yeah.
I was like, if he doesn't matter, why are you speaking about him? Let us know a little bit more about KSB.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tired of hearing you talk about Young Tribe.
He also be rambling in his confessionals. Like, I'd be like, can you get to the point? Like, I feel like he's he just keeps talking because he's trying to say something funny. Like, he's hoping something funny will come out, and it's just like, oh my god, just say what you gotta say. But
somebody said KSB is a lot. Yes, definitely. Who was the guy who had a video eating?
Oh, you can highlight him too.
Oh, thank you, Yan. Ooh, you shady as fuck.
Wait, what does it say? I don't even know.
After you bend it.
I don't know.
You shady as fuck.
Sorry.
And that way looks better in confessionals, not in real life. Okay.
I'm sorry.
You shady as fuck.
Why get a wig? Why not get the actual plaits? Like, why not get them? You know what? It don't matter. But yes, the fight was something. And then
you know, in my hot boy mindset, I naturally had to ask, KSB, Young Tribe, let us know.
You know what? No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Anytime I see this type of tension, and it's more so one-sided, I automatically have to. I think to myself, did y'all fuck, or did he curve you? Let us know.
Child, did you wrap them nails around? Never mind. Let us know. Let us know what it was given. But
so Jamal.
Oh. Okay.
Now you know we love you up here at kii&carry.
Down.
But this goddamn rap, this I just naturally transition rap, it was given. But I was
let's
like,
clarify when he was sitting down with Gio. When
yes.
he first got introduced to Gio, he sat down with that rap. I said he was looking like an NPC character from GTA. Definitely looking like one of them random people you would see walking down the street. Like, what's going on here, honey?
Yes. Yes. Somebody said KSP wig looked up. It did look a fool. It looked so heavy.
I just don't get why you would get a wig like that.
Wait a minute.
That Dominican doobie. That Dominican doobie.
I cannot. Yes.
You know what it's giving? Shout out and rest in peace to the girl. What is it? BK Tidal Wave.
Yeah.
Remember she was in that. She was being interviewed and she had that doobie rap. That's what it was giving. He should have just kept it rap.
I can't.
Oh my god.
I can't. Jamal is a fool for that. But so yes, we got introduced to Gio.
How do you feel about Gio?
I put. Can we get a little bit more energy in your confessional?
He's definitely giving 10% battery. I feel like I was just kind of like, okay, Gio, like you. And maybe it's because he doesn't really give a lot of expression in his face. Like I feel like when he talks, it's just very like. I'm sorry.
I am D-La said, baby, that's just for me, per.
Yes. It don't look quite like the box, but you know,
he tried.
Something. He tried. You know, he tried. Oh my god.
But yeah, I just put I need a little bit more energy from Gio. Like it's your confessional. This is like our, I guess, introduction to you.
Yeah.
So hopefully he doesn't give that for like the rest of the season, but he could be camera shy.
But he's piquing my interest because I feel like we don't know the full story about Gio just yet.
Okay.
Because you know we know Gio's been going through a couple of things. You know, I guess he has a stalker apparently, and but I noticed that he said when he introduced himself, he said something like he do a little bit of everything, and what else did he say? Oh, he said he does whatever it takes to get it done or whatever, to be taken care of. So I'm like, what is that supposed to mean?
Wait, you said what?
Let me read again because I did butcher that. He said, let me see. Okay, so he says he does a little bit of everything.
Okay.
And then he said he do what he got to do in order to be taken care of. And I said, what is that supposed to mean? I said, what does that mean? Are you being sponsored by somebody? Are you know, time? I'm not trying to be shady. I'm just genuinely trying to figure out the situation.
Yes.
But yeah, like, what does that mean? So, Gio, if you ever see this, comment down below. Let us know what you mean by that. But what do you mean by that?
I am D-La said, have y'all seen Prince Tape? Not the explicit version.
Yeah, I have not. I've only seen the YouTube.
Right.
Anybody in the comments would have give us a couple adjectives.
Yes.
What it was given.
Describe the tape.
Yeah.
Apparently Miles has seen the tape.
Oh, over and over.
Quite a few times.
His favorite.
I was like, yeah, we'll get to it, but I did like that Gio opened up about I think he was talking about the stalker situation.
Yeah, I did like how he talked about it.
Because a few years ago in Detroit, there was a young lady who, I guess she was being approached by a guy at the gas station, and she turned him down and he like murdered her.
Yeah.
Like, so that shit is real.
What's crazy is I feel like that can happen to any gender. Like, you know, I think people think like women, because I'm sure it does happen mostly. I'm sure it does happen more so to women than it does to men, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happened to a man too, like a straight man or a gay man. Like, so I could see why he was, you know, shooken up about it. And I'm glad he was able to speak on it because I'm sure other people go through that too. But I was just wondering because I'm like, you know, you said you do whatever it takes to be taken care of. Was this a sugaring situation going wrong? Like, let us know.
Yeah, we also don't judge it.
We're not judging. I'm not judging. I'm just asking.
Do what you do. Because we not do give respect.
Listen, he not Lamaj. I'm not Miles. We're not about to come for you. We just want to know. But yeah,
Yeah, so oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm just
Okay.
looking.
So yeah, the final I guess episode, the final scene. I'm not the final episode. I'm sorry. Crossfaded. Final scene of episode 2. Jamal's the Maj's Shades of Red fashion show. I said I loved it.
Yeah.
I love the message behind it. I love the concept.
Right.
I love the support that I guess people with HIV that they receive. It's also destigmatizing the disease.
Yeah.
So, like, shout out to Jamal. If Jamal ain't gonna do nothing else, he is gonna put it on a motherfucking event. Baby, these goddamn sponsors. Let's get into these motherfucking sponsors.
He did have some sponsors.
Some sponsors, okay. AHF. Oh my god.
AHF.
Yes, AHF. AIDS Healthcare Foundation, Care Resources, and Planned Parenthood. Okay. Lamaj is connected. And I said I love that he's using his connections to promote like awareness, also like unity among the community. Because a lot of people see like or think that the gays, the queers are just hostile and catty.
Yeah.
So shout out to the Jamal for using like this platform to showcase like the work he does. And shout out to him for using like those sponsors to bring awareness to the community.
It looked very professional. I liked the looks that they were serving. It just seemed like a really good event. Lamaj knows how to put on an event, and I was here for it. I would love to go to one of his events. If I'm ever in Miami, definitely would want to go. But yeah, I enjoyed the event. Bella showed up and served face.
It's real talk. It was sad, but you got to be careful on them streets.
Are they talking about?
Geo. Sorry, we just all over here.
Are you talking about the stalker situation or the drugging or both? Let us know. But I agree. Yeah, you got to be careful on these streets. You just never know. What people will be and whatchamacallit said something. I think Miles, we'll get to it, but he said something about how like it's a party city. No, Lamaj said that it's a party city, and people want to have fun no matter. Some people, it don't matter at whose expense, they just want to have fun. Right. So yeah, I'm sure you got to keep an eye out. Not just for Selena. I'm done with Nicki Minaj. With the Nicki Minaj references.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not a bar, just in case.
Not a bar.
86 of you that are listening to this right now, not a bar. Do quote Nicki quite a lot. But yeah, that was the end of episode 2, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Moving into episode 3.
Yes. Moving into episode 3, Shady Shiftings. This is where I'm starting to see Miles in a different light. Miles, this entire episode. Miles, the ending of episode 2, the beginning of episode 3.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, you kind of doing a little bit much, homeboy. He's being thirsty over Prince. It wasn't thirsty. It was just borderline aggression.
Do you think he wants the peace or he just wants the collab or both?
I think he wants the peace because if he wanted to collab and like, if it was authentic, he would have collabed when Prince mentioned it last year.
But if he just want the peace, why not message him in private? Like, why bring it onto the show? Like, hey, like do you want to collab? Do you want to collab? Like, if I wanted to have you just to have you, I would hit you up privately. Right. Like, why would you? Right. So I'm thinking maybe he just wants to collab. Like, I'm not entirely sure, but Miles wants to. Yeah, I could see that. I said, damn. Maybe you need to watch the video because I was like, because I don't understand. I don't know.
Here's my thing. I know Prince is like a public figure. But even as a public figure, you're entitled to some level of privacy. Or in the words of text from Bad Girls Club Season 11, privacy. But you're entitled to a level of privacy. Like, just because it's out there doesn't mean that he wants to talk about it. Like, he doesn't have to discuss. It's a freaking sex tape. Like,
I thought it was weird.
It was like an ambush for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they thought like, oh, this will be good for the show to like, talk about it. Who said that? I'd shade Prince too. Why would you shade him though? I mean, but are you would you shade your real friend though, or would you shade like somebody that you just filmed with?
A coworker.
Yeah, because if it's my real friend, like I'm not about to like, because if they probably going through it, you know. And I know those webcam shows, like some of them be private, so it's like you can only watch it if you're like subscribed to them. You pay your money, so for it to get outside of that, you know, it's kind of like it's almost like a little bit like revenge porn because you know you were expecting it to be put out there, you know, and it is. Not everybody can see it, not just the people that paid for it. So I don't know.
Spencer Whitelow said we must have never seen Miles' YouTube page.
No shade. I didn't know he had a YouTube page.
No,
to be honest.
Well, actually, I knew season 1 that he had a YouTube page, but I've never reviewed it.
What is he doing on YouTube? Then
he was doing the ASMR.
Oh, right. Okay.
He was doing that season 1.
I'm like, them guidelines be pretty strict. Like, I know you ain't out here on YouTube, but
yeah, Miles fucking gaslighting Prince, telling Prince that it's not that serious. I guess the tape being leaked.
Yeah,
and they had the nerve to call Prince like a bitch because Prince didn't want to talk about.
That was crazy. That was so weird. He was like, "Fucking bitch." I was like, "Damn." Okay, Miles, this is how you really are. Okay. Jeez. Oh, I'm a fucking bitch.
Ooh, because Prince came off last season very indifferent. All this boyfriend drama.
Oh, okay. Hey. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was weird, especially Miles like being a sex worker, like in that sphere. Like I feel like he would have more understanding, but he was just like, well, it's out there and you did it and it's not revenge porn, so talk about it. And it's like, well, damn, like
So I'm sorry, it's kind of like lost in
shout out to the
shout out to everybody in the chat.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody that's here.
Thank you.
So let's
IDK if I missed this while watching the episode, but the tape was a recent one. I was wondering that too. I think it's old because Lamaj kept saying again with the dirty shit. Yeah, basically like when he was saying that, and then he was like, I want to know where your headspace was at when you made it. I'm like, it's not that
he's such a little dick. He didn't
right. Like, what do you mean? Like, he had to be in a certain headspace to do this. Like, I was like, okay, but
oh my goodness, y'all is so following these goddamn comments.
What are they?
Somebody said that Miles on Armin Wiggins voice chat. On Armin Wiggins voice chat whispering. Oh, and then the girl I am D-Law said whispering like Janet Jackson. Y'all ain't shit.
Y'all can't on a good Saturday. Right before on the holy weekend too.
I can. But yeah, so moving along, Miss Bella opens up about her transition, and I put that I thought it was cool because the scene was so dope because we got to see her be vulnerable. She's also really self-aware, which isn't common on these goddamn shows. So I absolutely adore Bella for that. It's just crazy because a few episodes ago, some of the cast members were saying like, "Oh, she's stuck up. She seems like self-centered." Like
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got that vibe from her too. Even in the confessionals, just a tiny
high maintenance, just a little bit. But yeah, but I like this scene because like we got to see her vulnerable side. Like, so it's always interesting when somebody's so pretty realizes like or they're self-aware. Like, I'm human, I have feelings. I don't have to be a bitch, you know, to get people to like notice me or whatever. So,
I thought it was an interesting meetup, like especially with KSB, like. KSB, he be on one. Like, I don't know. You know how people have like a filter? Like, I'm thinking something, but I'm not gonna say it. I feel like he just be saying shit. Like that just comes right to his mind. So yeah, I thought him talking about her breast was kind of weird. Like, I'm like, damn, like she's a woman, you know, you want to speak to. I mean, I know he's not interested in her, but like even me, like I'm gonna speak to her like, you know, in a
with manners.
Yeah, you know, she's a woman, she's a lady, so it was just kind of, you know, weird. He was like, damn, them big ass titties. I was like, damn, KSB. But you know, I like how he was inquiring about her life and just like her as a trans woman, but not, you know, trying to be disrespectful or anything like that. So I thought that was cool. And she, you know, she explained, you know, like we're not all the same, just like all black people aren't the same, all gay people aren't the same. So you know. She seemed cool. I like Bella. I smoke a bleezy with her.
Yes. And get my face beat. Shout out to the girl Bella Monet. But Mr. Gio. No, like I said earlier, we are judgmental at Kii&carry. We on our
we are judgmental.
We're not.
We're not judgmental.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's a cross pettiness.
Yeah.
We're not judgmental. We're not. You know, we always on our Ruminelli shit. Don't judge us, and we won't judge you.
Yes.
But he made a comment, and I was like, "What's going on?"
Not to backtrack, but I just wanted to. Yeah, I think she probably does. When she opens up, I feel like she's gonna like, express herself more and have more opinions. But I think she kind of has to ease into it.
Yeah.
But
I'm also hoping for that.
Yeah, and like we said, like I mean, I don't want to assume, but I feel like the feminine, whether it's trans, drag queens, whoever, like I feel like the more feminine presenting people tend to be more chill.
Pause.
Unless you're Drew Friday.
There you go.
She's doing the most. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Atlanta.
But
unless you want to say Atlanta,
yeah.
But yes, that's absolutely right. But Mr. Gio made a comment and he said, I loved it. I appreciated his transparency in the scene, but he said there were drugs involved. And he and his friends were looking for a good time.
I highlighted that too.
So I was like, 420 friendly.
That's what I'm wondering. But see, if it was 420 friendly, would he say drugs like
That's
that?
what I was thinking.
Because I know.
Let us know in the comments, Mr. Gio, or how would y'all interpret that? Because when people say drugs, no shade, I just interpret it.
I always say weed. I never say drugs. Because I feel like drugs, people, you never know. Drugs, there's a lot of drugs out there. So I always say weed.
Is it no matter party drugs, or is it something a little bit more hardcore? Like I said, we're not judgmental.
Yeah.
Not judgmental.
The reason why I highlighted it because he linked it almost to being drugs. Like he was like, you would think I'm complacent. I'm complicit in these drugs. So why are these other drugs wrong? And I'm like, okay, what kind of drugs was you doing? Like
it was probably G.
Ooh, we gonna leave that right where it is. We gonna leave that right where it is, cause yeah. Anyway, moving right along.
But I'm sorry. I just also wanted to note that he mentioned that he received a drink while he was at the club. Didn't know where the drink came from and took a sip or whatever he did with it. I just wanted to tell people, under absolutely no fucking circumstances are you to take a drink from a stranger in a nightclub. If somebody sends you a drink or a bottle, hey, this came from a table, send that shit back. What New York say? I was just about to say Mickey's. No Mickey's.
Let's get a fresh glass.
I don't know you.
No
okay.
Mickey's, no Mickey's.
Okay, never take a glass from a stranger in a nightclub. Like you said, this was a learning lesson, a learning experience, but
that gotta be scary as fuck.
Yeah.
To wake up like literally the last time you were conscious, you were in the club dancing, and all of a sudden you wake up in the hospital room. That's scary as hell. Like, but I mean, I'm glad he's safe, you know. Like, and yeah, it is a learning lesson.
Right.
How'd you feel about Miles' reaction?
I said Miles is a bitch. Miles is just being a whole fucking sneaky snake.
And let us know in the comments how y'all feel, because Miles last season, Miles was my favorite, and I just loved his energy because it was a different type of energy. Like it wasn't like, I don't know, like everybody else seemed to be kind of catty, shady, and he just seemed to be more of like a peaceful, relaxed type of person. And so this season, I just feel like he kind of like changed, and now he's more like
he's taking on the personality of Elvis.
Yeah, like the shit he did with Prince. Mad thirsty, by the way. Not to backtrack, but Prince,
very thirsty.
You're too cute to be that fucking thirsty over a collab. Like, bro, it's not that serious. Like, even when Prince was visibly like uncomfortable, he was like, "So do you want to collab or no?" Like, it's like, girl, it's a no.
Right.
Like, damn. That shit was making me uncomfortable.
Right.
Like,
and I swear, I'm pretty sure season 1, Miles said he was all about energy and like crystal.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, more relaxed, more.
That was kind of uncomfortable to watch because Prince is already uncomfortable talking about it.
Right.
You have Miles adding 10 onto the fucking situation.
Yes.
So,
but yeah,
how did you feel about it? About, I guess, Miles in the situation with Gio.
I'm not gonna lie, like I also have that like kind of response when like something like not traumatic, but something like serious is happening. Sometimes like it's like a defense mechanism. You think of something funny so you don't have to deal with like the seriousness of the situation. But I feel like I know not to like actually say what I'm thinking out loud. So I don't know. You just got to read the situation. Like not everything is, not every situation calls for dark humor. Like sometimes like people really just, especially if you don't know the person like that, you don't know how they take that type of shit. I would think you would just be more just like, even if you're not like super supportive, you could just be quiet and let them kind of speak, you know, on what they going through. But he said, "Girl, I'm about to break down, and I'm about to break down, and you are making jokes."
Right? Like, I was like, "Wow, Miles, you looking real bad, like
a little crazy out here."
Mm.
He said that shake and go weird. I said, "Okay, get him!" Like
he did call it a shake and go weird.
Shake and go.
My goodness. But yes, moving right along to KSB versus Lamaj.
Yes.
I was lost. It's giving KSB kind of grasping at straws for like a storyline. Lamaj is unbothered as fuck, and that's what really triggered KSB. That Lamaj wasn't really feeding into like the BS drama. It's interesting because, like I said earlier, this show has so many. KSB is one of those personalities that's unique. It's interesting. He's kind of doing the wrong shit to get attention.
Yes.
Like he said, he's a rapper. We saw you on a fashion show, photo shoot. I'm sorry, and you on a fucking magazine.
That's who else was like that. They had like all the reasons to just be like the fan favorite. Everybody likes them. They do their work. They're really funny, but then they just chose to be like a villain. They just chose to be controversial. I don't get it. But let's see. Let's highlight some comments. Miles was a hot mess from the badges do come out of the hospital. Wait, what did they mean by that? Miles was a hot mess from the bandages do out of the hospital. Let us know what you mean, Spencer.
Yes.
But
Miles being ignorant as fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
insensitive.
Again, as somebody who does sex work, could easily get put in. Well, I guess he does solo work, but like I don't know. You would think he just had a little more maturity, compassion. But I guess he's on one this season. Did he get knocked out and replaced by his tether? Let us know. Because this is a different Miles. I don't know this Miles.
Yes.
But yeah, KSB doing the most. I say he rambles in his confessionals, and that's really annoying. But I think he's just looking for a moment from Lamaj. People were saying it was jealousy in the comments. Shout out to everybody in the comments. But I agree. I think it's jealousy. Jealousy, baby. But
it's crazy because I feel like he has so much like talent and potential. You don't kind of need to look for drama to kind of be, a star of a show. Like, you're already attractive, so that gets you a foot in the goddamn door. But you kind of just nitpicking is kind of taken away from, I guess, your personality. Because right now, all we know you for is just nitpicking and starting arguments. Like, I would love to see him work on his fucking magazine. Absolutely love that KSB has a fucking magazine. Yeah. Like, not too many Black queer people can say, I own a fucking magazine. So I just kind of want to see him backtrack from the drama and just focus more on his craft. Rap, photo shoots, magazines. Get out of the drama for like a little while. Yeah. Especially as like a newbie.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the newbies, not even just on this show, but they be trying to come in and do too much. It's like, relax. Like, you just got on the show. Like, this is like, what, your third episode? Like, you don't need to do too much. But I mean, I think KSB has potential.
Somebody said Miles stepped it up this season, but in the wrong direction. Absolutely. Yeah. There you go.
I could see him probably getting like people telling him like, you were boring, you're boring, blah blah blah, and he felt like he had to step it up.
But boring works for some people.
It really does.
Boring
and some people don't realize that. Yeah, because that's kind of how I felt about like Bad Girls Club. Like, if you've ever watched Bad Girls Club, like, that sometimes they put like people that aren't like super rah in the house. Right. And it's like, why would they put them in the house? But it's like, it makes sense because when everybody comes together, you have to have that balance. And it's not going to be fun if it's just a bunch of headstrong bitches in the house. Like, that's going to be too much. So, I think we need people that are more laid back and like they're the voice of reason. But they don't really get the spotlight, don't get the attention. But
you can be boring and I feel like still have personality.
Yeah, I mean, in Miles, I feel like he did have personality.
Right.
He was more of, her holistic,
Mhm.
healing and spirituality and things like that. So, yeah, I guess he said, "I'm gonna step it up." But of course, let us know what y'all are thinking, because I'm pretty sure that's the end of the review, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let us know what y'all think about the come up so far.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know what you think about the cast members, the OGs, I guess the returning veterans,
Yes.
the newbies.
How do y'all feel about this? Like the first 3 episodes of Miami compared to the come up Atlanta? Because I know that passed. How do you feel about it? Like, do you think this is better, worse?
I'm actually gonna go with Atlanta. I'm gonna go with Atlanta. No shade to the Miami cast. Before the Atlanta season became Pyro versus Anthony, Atlanta was like, it was enjoyable. So I kind of feel like this might be going down the same path where it might be KSB versus Lamaj or KSB versus like any and everybody, because that's what it seems to be giving so far. But I'm definitely gonna say Atlanta. What about you?
I also want to say, I'm gonna say Miami, just because I feel like Miami. I don't know. I feel like the storylines are interesting, like the drugging storyline, the stalker storyline, the sex tape. That's kind of typical. I mean, that happens like almost every franchise has a sex tape leak or sex word thing, storyline. But who's your favorite so far? I think we already talked about this, but.
Favorite?
Yeah, who's
probably
your favorite
right now? Probably Jamal Lamaj. Jamal is probably my favorite.
I would say Jamal too.
Least favorite?
His facial expressions be everything,
right?
Especially in the scene where he was talking to Gio the first time they sat down, and the scene where they were talking about Princess sex tape.
He was clutching that joke for his life.
When Miles brought up the cam show, it was Miles' face, then Prince's face, and then
All right.
But it was all 3 of their faces. Like they all made like a funny face. That shit was funny. But yeah.
Least favorite? Honestly, sounds like I'm hating with KSB. Just
honestly, I would agree.
Really shown us much other than him wanting to like argue with people.
And again, I think it would be funny if like maybe when he called Lamaj to sit down, it was kind of like a Nene and Sheree type of situation where they're reading each other and being shady, but it's funny. But to me, it wasn't really that funny. I felt like he wanted it to be that kind of situation, but like I don't, in no shade, but I don't think he like had the like reads or the shade set up. Like I don't think he could think off the top of his head. So he was just basically like yelling at him and like talking shit, but it wasn't like funny or interesting. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but let us guys know what you think. Your favorite, least favorite.
Thank you all for being here with us. We're gonna go live tomorrow to talk about Chasing Atlanta, trying to get caught up on these reviews. So
also shout out to Karan. I always have to say this. Shout out to Huge Karan. Also shout out to all of the producers, creators, cameramen of these shows, editors, because I know it takes a lot of fucking work to keep these shows going.
Right.
So yeah, shout out to all the producers of these shows. Fucking busting y'all asses to get these shows to us like on a goddamn weekly basis. But it's good to see y'all.
Yeah, it's good to see you too, D-Line.
On this good ass beautiful Saturday. Thank y'all for being here with us.
Thank you for being here.
Fucking 7 o'clock.
Yes.
Is it 7 o'clock? Yes, almost 8 o'clock on a Saturday night. It's beautiful as fuck outside.
Yes. Take a note from D-Line. Get your drink, get your and just chill on this good Saturday.
On this beautiful fucking Saturday.
Yes. Atlanta was messy.
Atlanta was messy.
Yes, Atlanta was very messy.
Yes.
Just with the whole boyfriend situation, and it was basically a sister wife situation.
It was
Akbar situation, which we just watched. We just watched the whole Akbar Tiara Marie situation. Yes. That's basically what it was giving.
Well, we ain't had a good pussy system scenario in a minute.
We haven't had a good
since G status.
Yes.
Season 2.
Ooh, and we never figure out how that panned out.
Right?
KL, where's the rest of G status? Just even if it's raw footage, just let us know. I need to know what happened.
Gosh.
But sex tape gate. Yeah, I listen. And every single time this storyline comes up, people be acting like they've never seen like the concept of porn just entered their mind. Like they be like, "What? I can't believe!"
Right.
Like it's like, okay, you live in Miami. Like I'm pretty sure you've come across some people that have done some things on camera for some coin. Like it's not that serious.
Yeah, they
So
super fucking thirsty over like Princess sex tape. Like,
yeah.
Yes. I guess that wraps up the live.
Yes.
We want to thank you guys again. Yeah.
We're gonna get out your way.
Yes, we're gonna get out here.
Yeah.
But give you a good song, then we're gonna get out your way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Lord, don't even say KR name. He like Candyman. He'll pop up. Still no episodes. Long as he pop up with new episodes.
True. Oh, his
beautiful shit. Yes. Yes, thank you guys for being here. We'll be going live tomorrow, like David said, to review the most recent episode of Chasing Atlanta.
We're gonna try to do more lives just because I feel like we get out more content. You know, we also gonna do the edited episodes too if you like those. So
it also gives us a chance to. I'm sorry to cut you off, but also gives us a chance to be interactive with you guys.
Yeah,
so, like we love interacting with you guys and
your
like,
thoughts. Let us know your thoughts.
Yes, and chatting with you in the comments.
Yeah.
But this is Key and Carry. We Key
and we carry,
and we will see y'all in the next one.
Peace.
Yes.